Michael Hutchinson.
So my name is Michael Hutchison, and there are lots of Michaels that you'll meet, but I have a nickname, and my nickname is Hutch. And I figure that you'll always remember Hutch, and so I look forward to having the chance to meet each and every one of you over the next couple hours, and hopefully as the business starts to grow, we'll get a chance to meet each other personally. I have 2 confessions and 2 takeaways for you in the next 2.5 minutes. So my first confession is that I have an addiction. I have an addiction. I'm addicted to playing on winning teams. And the reason I'm here, the reason I'm here is because I feel very strongly that NEURS is a game changer and that you and I are on a winning team. But I can tell you that all the winning teams that I've been on, all the disruptions in technology that I've been a part of my entire career, we were ridiculed, we were opposed, and then finally what we were doing became self-evident. So I'm going to say it again. Because we're doing something good here at NEURS, we're going to be ridiculed. We're going to be opposed. And through diligence and hard effort and work and determination and persistence and your personal power, what we're doing will become self-evident. All right? I'm an author, I'm an investor. I'm an equity owner in a number of businesses. I've written several best-selling books. I have been lucky my entire life. I've been at the right place at the right time. If you have any question about my ability to be lucky, just meet my wife. All right? The fact that a guy like me is with her is confirmation that I'm the luckiest guy on the planet. And what I'd like for you to do very quickly is stand up very quickly, and at least in the next 2 seconds, get at least 5 high fives and repeat after me. You're in the right place at the right time. You're at the right place at the right time. Say that now. Get 2 more, get 2 more, get at least 2 more. You're in the right place at the right time. Okay, have a seat very quickly. So that was my first confession, that I'm addicted to playing on winning teams. The second thing that I want to share with you is the way that I was introduced to NEURS. And I'd like to acknowledge my very dear friend, Ricky, and his bride, Robin. Ricky and Robin Rainbow, let them stand up. So Ricky I've known for 20 years. Ricky was a part of Jim Rohn's organization in the very early days. Is anybody a fan of Jim Rohn's? Jim Rohn was a mentor to a business that I helped run for many years. I ran Tony Robbins' business from the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s. And maybe you're familiar with Tony Robbins' books or tapes or events. He's a little bit taller than I am, about 6'7", a very powerful, very dynamic speaker. And so I grew his business from a little. Actually, we were behind when I started. When I started with Tony Robbins' business, we were $750,000 in debt. $750,000 in debt. And I had to pay our salespeople to stay on in those very early days. And so my question to you is, how many of you have made money with NEURS in the last 60 days? How many of you made money with NEURS in the last 60 days? All right, give yourselves a big hand. Because I can tell you, as an entrepreneur, as an investor, and let me ask you this question, how many of you are investors? How many of you are like me, an investor, just by show of hands? Okay, everybody needs to have your hands raised. I'm going to ask you again, how many of you are investors? By show of hands. What does an investor do? An investor invests time, capital, resource, their time, their reputation, into what? Into an asset with the possibility of receiving what? Something back in return. And so that's what you've done here together in the last 3 or 4 months. And all I can tell you is that you have to keep that eye on the prize. You have to look at this as an investment of your time, your reputation. And I'm just about out of time. Last thing that I'll tell you is, when Ricky told me to take a look at this business, as an investor, I tried to figure out all the reasons not to invest. I looked at all the reasons not to get involved. And I did something perhaps that not many of you did. I flew down to Miami twice to meet with the team. I wanted to see them eye to eye. I wanted to look Frank Cadena in the eyes, and I wanted to know the substance of the man. I wanted to know the character of the person as to who he was. And I was so lucky the day that I came down that his wife was there, and his 2 boys were there, and his mother was there. And that meeting alone told me that I too was at the right place at the right time. I wish you continued success and prosperity. Let's make this thing a game changer. Let's take this to the next level. Keep working hard, and I'll see you for the next 2 hours. Thanks very much.